everybody. Hi. As you guys all heard, I'm the ex-wife of DMX. This is my first time ever speaking. I go out and I speak and I inspire from just from everything that I've been through and just coming out with my mind insane. But as I keep going on in life and on my journey, a lot of people come up to me and ask me to speak to domestic violence. And I was like, well, I don't really speak on something I haven't came from. I was telling y'all a true story, right? So it was a cousin. She said, but weren't you like verbally abused and didn't ex used to talk down on you and mentally, emotionally, and I was like, because I used to say he didn't beat me, so I felt like I was a survivor from domestic violence. So once I realized that I am a survivor from domestic violence, I didn't know that came together. I took off with it. And I'm very new at speaking about this because I was in denial of being a survivor from domestic violence because in my case, me and DMX was together since we were 18 years old. We met when we were 11. He's all that I've ever known. We were together 10 years before the fame and fortune. And, us as women and men, when you're in love, you give your all. And one thing I knew about DMX, he had a talent. And I believed in him, even sometimes when he believed in himself. As we went on, he was in drugs and the money, the fame, and all that came. And, I saw him changing and losing himself. But in the midst of it all, with the early drug use, there was a lot of verbal abuse. Because I'm a very outgoing person, very positive, always. Even though I've been abandoned at the time, I have a whole other story. By the way, I have a book coming out, guys, so please cop it. You think you know, but you have no idea, and it tells my whole story of who I am. It made me even be able to survive the whole DMX situation. It was a lot of abuse. I did get slapped around a lot. I didn't look at it like I was getting abused. I made excuses all the time because I felt like, he was having a bad day. Or maybe I shouldn't have bothered him when he was feeling like that because, like I deserved that. I provoked that. These are the things that happens when you don't really know, you're not aware. You just love this person, you give him your heart, and that's, you just go in your automatic. When I lost everything, is when it really hit. Because, when you don't have nothing else but to hold on to God, you start realizing everything. And the reason why I came here is because I just want people to know that what you see, listen, don't ever judge the last time. You never know what's going on. People see me and say, this is DMX, is wife, she's probably rich, she has a big house, very miserable. Because when you're with someone, and I just want everybody to keep in mind, forget about the DMX. Because he was never DMX to me, he was always Little Simmons. Someone with a lot of demons that hasn't overcame those demons. Which a lot of times, that's what's wrong with the abusers. They have a lot of demons. It's usually generational curses. And I'm just happy that I was able to break that cycle and get out of the situation for my 3 sons and my daughter. Because I could have easily stayed in that for the millions of dollars, for the house, for the fortune. But I knew in my heart, I didn't have nothing else. It was for the love of my children, to be honest with you. Because when I left them, I didn't love myself enough. I left for my children. Because when my son, my oldest, which is 21, said to me, the next time my father treats you like that, I'm going to kill him, I knew that I had to take a stand for him. Because I didn't want him to go out there and treat another woman the way his father treated me. Now, don't get it wrong. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm bad. You're going to say that, you know, he was all bad. But it was bad. The bad was bad. And when I look back now, it was crazy. I don't even know how I dealt with it, to be honest with you. But when you get into a situation so young, and you don't know anything else, you don't find anything wrong with it. Just excuses. So, like I said, it's my first time, and I'm really taking it all in, you know what I'm saying, and realizing, because usually I go out and I just speak about my life and how I, came out of it, and I didn't lose my mind, and how I'm moving forward. But as I go on, I'm realizing that I am a survivor of some domestic violence, and I could have lost my mind, because I'm still dealing with issues to this day from being abused, not feeling worthy, not feeling important, sometimes having attitude problems. Yeah, a lot of guys want to date me, but when I do date, I find myself, when they're too nice to me, I feel like they're too weak. I'm like, girl, you got issues. How are you going to be knocking this man because he want to open up the door for you? Or because when you said something like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late, that you're not calling me a stupid bitch, and I can't count on you for anything. You're weak because of that? So I had to really start looking inside of myself and find. And I just want to let other women and men know that abuse is not always physical. It could be mental, spiritual, verbal, psychological, emotional, which is actually, I don't want to say it's worse than physical, but it tears you down and it works on you for years. And to be honest with you, I can't even tell you how I know why I'm strong today. It's because of God. It's the only reason why I'm still standing today. It's because I turned to God instead of getting bitter and revengeful. Because I could have got some revenge and do like a lot of women that sit in prison now and go out and kill him, because he's done a lot of disrespectful things. But I chose the right road, which was Jesus Christ. And now I'm seeing all my blessings come back. And I have my moments, but I'm happy. And I pray for him every day, because I told him, when he told me that no one will ever want me because I'm nothing but DMX's wife with 2 kids, I told him, you know what, I feel very sorry for you. I really do. And I said, I'm going to pray for you. He said, no, you need to pray for yourself. And I said, if you think that God is going to bless you after you shitted on the only person that's ever been there for you and believed in you and your children, you better think twice. And you know what? This was 8 years ago. My life is public worldwide. It's been 8 years since me and Felix hasn't been together. You tell me how's everything moving. Until you do right by God, ain't nothing ever gonna be right. You can talk all that. And I'm not, because he's a very, exactly, because that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with my children. So you do right by those children, and just do the right thing by God. This is not what God is blessing. God is not blessing you leaving your kids to struggle, to fend for themselves, just because, because you're not being fed what you want to be fed, or you're going out of your marriage and you're having all this is not what God is honoring. This is not what life is about. You know what I'm saying? God is about unity, about love, patience, kind. So I'm just saying all this to say, not to go on and on, that thank you so much for having me. And again, I'm very new at this, speaking about this. I'm very nervous, to be honest with you, because, like I said, I was in denial for a very long time, and I'm just finally dealing with it. But just put God first. That's all I can really say.